But the whole thing about the next few weeks is about trying to make sure that you can demonstrate to us what elite characteristics that you have. What we're heading towards is we're heading towards a list of 20 players.
The boys really had a crack. We had a time trial and did some skills, and as you said, the weather was pretty average, but great start. They were all very excited, and so were we, and you know, can see some real talent in some of the boys that have been invited down, and just can't wait to really start working with them.
Yeah, so we did some testing just to try and get a baseline fitness. We just introduced a few light skills, just trying to get them used to training, just some expectations, and just trying to build some volume up now. Right from the first session we've started a battery of testing, so we've done that. From there you can get a bit of an idea where they're at and the areas they need to work on, and then you can start to individualise their program from there, just to try and get them ready to play VFL footy.
Oh, look, it was very exciting, I think, for the football club, as you said, especially for our young players who get the chance to pull on the Bulldogs jumper every week and play together. Really exciting for them, and obviously getting coached by our staff, everyone around, being affiliated with the one club is going to be really beneficial for them. We've been busy, as you'd expect. Starting a team up from zero has been challenging but exciting. So Ben's been fantastic helping set it all up, and he's been working very hard to make sure that we've got good staff and good players, and we've worked closely together around strategy of what our VFL players look like with regards the number of them and the height and size, etc. So we're going to have a nice blend and variety of player.
Yeah, it was really good. So we've got a range of different people from TAC Cup, you know, VFL, local football. So it's good to get them all together, and they're all really keen to try and work hard and play for us. We're just trying to really increase their load, so trying to get some volume into them. So we will increase both their running and their skills. Try and work on their skill component, but also just get enough volume of running into them so they can handle the demands when we get into more high intensity stuff after Christmas.
You've got special talents. If you can run well, if you can kick well, generally play, show us, all right? Because we're heading towards that 20 fairly quickly, so get up quickly and show us what talent you've got in those areas. You can run well tonight. I know it's not going to be an easy track. Footy's not an easy game.
Player number 213275, Jake Stringer, Bendigo Pioneers, Eagle Hawk Football Club.
Jake Stringer is now a Western Bulldog.
Schofield, still a chance for the Dogs. Stringer collects, he rolls it. That would be an absolute ripper.
Yeah, I suppose the sort of first 2 weeks, you sort of go home and you think, geez, what have I signed up for? But then, like, you look at it now and you're like, where's the time gone? Train the way you want to play is probably the biggest thing. Every time you train to 100%, you normally get the most out of yourself, and you train them well. So that's probably the biggest thing. It's not slipping into the holes of the big group and trying to stay out the front and just demanding a lot out of yourself.
Comes back to Stringer, got around one, does he take on two? Yes he does, straightens up, oh boy, big time, Jake Stringer.
Selection 6, Western Bulldogs.
Player number 213647, Jack McRae, Oakley Chargers, Kew Rovers Football Club.
He is pick 6 and he's headed to the Western Bulldogs under Brendan McCartney.
Just one goal so far for his career, as you can see. Big moment for him. Big moment for the Dogs away from home, and the goal umpire does not move.
Yeah, it was a great experience to finally get a run out in the field, and probably the main things I took away was just the speed of the game and the intensity at which it's played, and how fast the ball travels. And if you ball watch, you're really out of the game, so you really got to be switched on 100% of the game.
Selection 21, Western Bulldogs.
Player number 213337, Nathan Rovat, Northern Knights, Mill Park Football Club.
First goal in AFL footy. His first goal as an AFL player, never in doubt. Welcome to the big time.
Obviously, you put a lot of time and effort into pre-season. There's a lot of hard yards that go into that. So to finally play games against some opposition rather than yourselves out in the training track, it was very exciting.
Mate, congratulations. Who would have thought, eh? A lot of hard work from this week in, week out, slowly going about your business, slowly chipping away. Bring that excitement tonight. Bring everything, but most of all, play your role for the team. Good work.
First few weeks were a bit of shock and awe at just everything what happens, but after you find your feet a bit, it's been really good to settle in and get to know a few of the boys better.
Learned probably a lot about body size. I was a skinny kid coming into the club, so a lot of men you're playing against, and it's pretty hard to work through your midfield craft, I suppose you'd call it, when you're against 25-year-old men that are ready to play AFL. So that's probably been a big thing, and I've worked on that a lot.
It's been great, I think, firstly to have the young, one of the 4-year players back early, gave them a chance to obviously get a little bit of a head start, but also I guess just sort of good for us as coaches to see how they'd go in the environment of who'd step up and be leaders within that young group, and obviously having the 5+ year start on Monday, it's just been great to get the old boys back. I think they've had a really good break, and they look like they're well rested and ready to get into some work. I think the addition of Justin's been fantastic for our group, and look, I just think our boys are in a really good place. They're probably hungrier now for some more work, and on the back of, I guess, the back half of our year, if anything, it probably, I think, just enhances a bit of belief around the place, and there's some real competition now for spots. Obviously, with the draft being this week, there's going to be another 3 quality young men walk into the club, and it's going to be pretty hot for spots. So you can just see the boys are pretty keen to make sure every session counts. We sort of make sure, I guess, we don't want to do too much kicking with them, first week or two. We want to make sure, I guess, the boys, just get that base sort of stuff back into them, and without knowing how much they've kicked over the break, we sort of just be a bit cautious for the first week and a half, but then we sort of do ramp up more kicking and more decision-making stuff with, the boys doing more game-like sort of training. So, I guess once December hits, it'll really start ramping up, and obviously through January and Feb we'll be full on. So but obviously a huge emphasis for us as a group. We've got to keep improving, obviously, our game style, our kicking skills, and obviously our game sense training. I guess with such a young group, we're massive on educating our players, not only from our games from the previous year, but also what the competition's best is doing, and through the final series. Through, I guess, elite individuals from every club in that position for players to have a good look at, and I guess also for us as coaches to make sure that we film training to probably give them the best chance to I guess, show the group that we're training the way we want to play, and make sure that it's probably some of the best education you can get is from vision from training. So we make sure we break down training post sessions, and make sure we sort of show the group in some film study later in the afternoons.
Away we go, let's nail it. Now you're tired, now you're a bit fatigued. This one I need you to concentrate.